maybe it's easier if you guys see what ingredients you need first. So I've got half dark cocoa powder and half just normal milk cocoa powder that you use in milkshakes, because I find that the dark one's really strong and I don't really like it when it's really strong. So I've got 12.5 grams of each. Then I've got 200 grams of white chocolate. The recipe says like over 400 grams, but this is all I've got and this is what I'm going to use. But I've chopped the milky bar into like smaller pieces so they're evenly distributed. You're obviously going to need some red food colouring. This is food colouring paste. I then have 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk. Got 160 grams of soft light brown sugar, 160 grams of caster sugar. This is 475 grams of plain flour. The recipe says we need 3 teaspoons of baking powder, but I've only got this much, so this is what I'm going to be using. Obviously I'm going to need some salt, and then finally 230 grams of soft room temperature butter. So you're going to need your whisk, obviously. I don't have a paddle whisk, so I'm just going to do what I have. Trying to make sure not to over mix the mixture. So you're going to need your butter first, and we're just going to cream this. That's just to kind of like soften it up a little bit. Okay, now you want to add in both your sugars. Then we're going to add in our white chocolate chips. Okay, just put this to the side. In a separate bowl, we're just going to put our flour, our cocoa powder, and our baking powder. And we're just going to give this a good mix. And then bring back our bowl here. I'm just going to put our flour in. I kind of wish that I put the chocolate chips last. I don't know why, like, the recipe says to put them before, but anyways, at least I know for next time. In a separate bowl, I'm just gonna mix in our egg. I actually got this really nice fancy vanilla extract, so I'm hoping it'll be nice. So they say 1 tablespoon, a teaspoon of red food colouring, which is way more concentrated, by the way. Putting like a bean size amount. I'm just gonna whisk this up. This is really red. Okay, and then can put this in here. No idea if these stain your hands, so I'm just going to use my hands to mix up the dough. And the recipe does say to freeze these. I really don't think I'm going to do that. I don't have space in my freezer, but if you do, you can like store these and then just cook them whenever you want. But I think I'm just going to make these now in the oven, because I did it with my tiny bear cookies without putting them in the fridge, and it turned out pretty okay. Just trying to evenly mix this mixture. Okay, I would say I'm quite happy with that. Tastes bloody amazing. So I'm just going to make these really big chunky balls. I'm going to try and space them out as much as possible in case they do spread out too much because I didn't freeze them. Okay, that's 4 there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I made 9 cookies. They're not equal sizes, but we'll see how these turn out. So I'm going to put these in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius with a fan oven for 14 to 15 minutes. Okay, these are what the cookies look like. I've just taken them out the oven and they look pretty good to me. They don't look like exactly in, you know, Gemma's video. I think it would help to have them in the freezer. And I think next time I do it, I probably will, to see the difference. But they seem to have kept their shape really well. They're really red. This is definitely different to what I usually do. You can see like the chocolate chips here. I'm just going to let these cool down for like 30 minutes or so before trying them, so they can continue to like cook inside a little bit.